Dear viewers, we dive into the turbulent waters of royal fandom, where the Derangers are currently having a tough time. These staunch supporters of William and Catherine are witnessing a nightmare unfolding right before their eyes. They're like a ship in a storm, battered by waves of change they never saw coming. Let's delve into the heart of their struggle. Picture the Derangers, huddled over their keyboards, their screens illuminating their worried faces. They're posting messages filled with consternation, their words echoing their distress. One of them, for instance, can barely hold back tears. They say this just feels like a clear setup of William and Catherine, but okay, it's okay. We hold the line. The words are brave, but you can hear the crack in their resolve. Another supporter's panic is even more palpable. They're asking others to confirm their fears, posting, "Harry is benefiting from a huge PR push at the moment. I've seen people say he's happy and the RF needs him back. Can anyone from the UK tell if the vibe is changing towards him? I'm getting worried." The worry is clear, the panic is real. They're sensing a shift in the tide, and it's not in their favour. This right here is the struggle of the Derangers. They're wrestling with a changing narrative, one that they're not prepared for. They're watching as their once secure stronghold starts to crumble around them. Their heroes, William and Catherine, are being overshadowed, while Harry, the one they've tried so hard to malign, is thriving. The Derangers are indeed in a tough spot. The tide is turning, Harry is shining, and their worst nightmare is unfolding. They're grappling with a new reality, one where their narrative is falling apart. In this tumultuous sea of royal fandom, it's becoming increasingly difficult for them to deny the truth. The Derangers are indeed in a tough spot as their worst nightmare unfolds. In the midst of this, we witness a significant PR boost for Prince Harry. To understand the full scope of this, we need to delve into the social media posts of the Derangers. They paint a picture of a shifting landscape, one in which Prince Harry's star is on the rise. One Deranger, with a trembling digital voice, wrote, "Harry is benefiting from a huge PR push at the moment. I've seen people say he's happy and the RF needs him back. Can anyone from the UK tell if the vibe is changing towards him? I'm getting worried." This is a clear indication of a tide shift, a change in the wind direction. A social media user's concern is not just about the rising PR tide for Prince Harry, but also a shift in public sentiment. People are starting to see the prince in a new light. They're seeing a man who is happy, thriving, and making a significant impact in his own right. Another Derangers post echoes similar sentiments. They wrote, "I feel like crying TBH. This just feels like a clear setup of William and Catherine. But okay, it's okay. We hold the line." This post reveals a sense of desperation, a struggle to hold on to a narrative that is slipping away. It's becoming harder for the Derangers to ignore the reality that Prince Harry's image is not just improving, but thriving. He's not just surviving, but flourishing. And it's not just a PR stunt, it's a genuine transformation, a genuine shift in public perception. Prince Harry's rising PR tide is more than just a momentary wave. It's a powerful current, a force that is reshaping the narrative and causing ripples of concern amongst the Derangers. They're struggling to hold their line, to maintain their narrative, but the tide is turning against them. Clearly, Prince Harry's image is thriving, causing worry amongst the Derangers. In a world where perception is often reality, Prince Harry's rising PR tide is a testament to his resilience, his determination, and his ability to shine brightly even in the face of adversity. While Harry's star is on the rise, William and Kate's supporters are having a hard time holding their narrative together. The narrative of the Derangers, the narrative that they have so meticulously crafted, is beginning to show cracks. Harry's growing popularity is a rising tide that's hard to ignore. It's making waves, waves that are washing against the carefully constructed sandcastles of the Derangers' narrative. And sandcastles, no matter how beautifully crafted, cannot withstand the relentless tide. Once upon a time, they could dismiss Harry's successes as mere public relations stunts. But now, the reality is becoming harder to deny. Harry's happiness, his thriving career, his evident contentment with life, these are not mere PR stunts. They are the reality. The Derangers are finding it increasingly difficult to hold on to their narrative in the face of this reality. Remember, narratives are powerful. They shape our perception of the world and the people in it. They can build up or tear down. And when a narrative begins to crumble, it can be a bitter pill to swallow. Now, the Derangers are finding themselves in a tough spot. They are grappling with the reality that their narrative, The story they have been clinging on to is falling apart. They are struggling to reconcile the narrative they've been pushing with the reality that is unfolding before their eyes. This struggle is not just about defending a narrative, it's about acknowledging the truth. The truth that Harry is thriving, that he is happy, that he is making a difference. This truth challenges the narrative that the Derangers have been pushing, and it's a challenge they are struggling to meet. In the end, narratives can only hold up against the truth for so long. The Derangers' narrative is crumbling under the weight of the truth, and as it crumbles, it's becoming harder and harder for them to deny the evident reality. The narrative they once held is starting to crumble, making it harder for them to deny the evident reality. What was once dismissed as PR is now the hard-hitting reality. Welcome to the new reality, a world where Harry's thriving image is becoming the undisputed truth, much to the dismay of the Derangers. In this new reality, Harry isn't just surviving, he's thriving. He's stepping out of the shadows and into the light, not as a royal, but as an individual with a voice and a purpose. He's no longer bound by the constraints of his royal past, and is free to express himself and his beliefs openly. This new image of Harry is not only vibrant and authentic, but it's also resonating with people all over the world. This is not the Harry that the Derangers wanted or expected. They had hoped for a narrative where Harry would crumble without the royal family. But the opposite has occurred. Harry is flourishing, and his flourishing image is becoming the new reality. This new reality is a bitter pill for the Derangers to swallow. They had invested so much in their narrative of a lost and aimless Harry, a narrative that is now crumbling before their eyes. They are struggling to hold on to their old beliefs, their old narrative. But the new reality is proving to be stronger. This isn't just about Harry, though. It's about truth and authenticity. It's about stepping out of the shadows and into the light. It's about challenging the status quo and daring to be different. It's about refusing to be defined by others and choosing to define oneself. And this, dear listeners, is the new reality. A reality where Harry is not just a royal, but an individual with a voice and a purpose. A reality where he is not just surviving, but thriving. A reality where he is not defined by his past, but by his actions and his beliefs. What the Derangers once called PR is now the reality. Harry is shining, and it's becoming more difficult for them to deny. Despite the struggles of the Derangers, the future looks bright for Prince Harry. The shifting tides of public opinion are proving to be a beacon of hope and a testament to the enduring charm of this unconventional royal. As the dust settles on the past, it is becoming increasingly clear that Harry's decision to carve his own path was not just brave, but also incredibly wise. Harry's newfound freedom has opened up a world of opportunities, allowing him to engage with the public in a more authentic and meaningful way. He's not just a prince from a faraway kingdom anymore. He's a real, relatable human being who's unafraid to share his struggles and victories with the world. This honesty and vulnerability are not just refreshing. They're also revolutionary, completely reshaping how we perceive royalty. But this is just the beginning. With his positive PR and the support of his loving wife and adorable children, Harry's future is brighter than ever. We can expect to see him championing more causes close to his heart, using his platform to make a real difference in the world. And isn't that what true royalty is all about? Of course, there will always be detractors, those who cling to outdated traditions and resist change. But as Harry has shown us, change is not just inevitable, it's also necessary for growth. The Derangers may continue to struggle, to resist the inevitable, but they cannot stop the future from unfolding. In the end, Harry's story is not just about breaking free from the constraints of royalty, it's about embracing who you truly are, standing up for what you believe in, and daring to rewrite the narrative. It's a story of courage, resilience, and the power of authenticity. And it's a story that's far from over. While the Derangers may struggle, it's clear that Prince Harry's star continues to shine brighter. His journey is a testament to the power of authenticity and the enduring appeal of a prince who dared to be different. So here's to the bright future ahead, a future where the royal narrative is not just about tradition but also about change, growth and authenticity.